The first cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. and South Korea were reported the very same day. But while more than 1 million cases and 61,000 deaths have occurred here, 10,700 cases and 248 deaths happened there. ABC News Bureau Chief Johee Cho lives in South Korea, where people started returning to work 2 weeks ago, and Johee joins us from her home just outside of Seoul. I'm so excited to catch up with you because obviously we're looking at the future here and what it may look like, and there may be signs in South Korea. So let me start with Johee. Last week, for the first time since February, South Korea reported no new domestic cases of COVID-19. Why was South Korea able to contain the virus so successfully?
Well, there are many reasons, but from my reporting, I figured number one is the face masks. I just cannot emphasize that enough. From day one, everyone here was supposed to wear face masks, the N95 grade. And the thing is, the South Koreans already had face masks because they're used to it because of air pollution coming from China. So throughout the year, it's not strange or difficult to wear face masks.
Which is so fascinating because here in the States, obviously, the shortage of the N95 masks for healthcare workers on the front line. So it is interesting to see the impact that early face mask use had in South Korea. Now, there wasn't an official lockdown there either, but most people stayed home anyway. Why do you believe the citizens decided to take that action without being told to do it?
I think it's the collective mentality here. The South Koreans are very homogeneous, and no one wants to stand out. It's quite social cultural. And what they did was, at the beginning, when someone was confirmed, they would let out the information about where you live, whether you're female or male, how old you are. So you could pretty much figure out who you were, and you just don't want to be that person to be named and shamed. So I think that had a real big effect on keeping the coronavirus away from people.
Which is, again, why we wanted to do this topic, to show people what this looks like around the world. Here in the States, you have health laws, HIPAA laws that protect your private information and the impact that has on really your colleagues even knowing here in the States if you've contracted the virus. Now, places of worship, gyms, entertainment venues shut down in March, but the South Korean government recently allowed them to reopen. You live, as we mentioned, in Seoul. How do you describe daily life, and how do you describe what I guess we define as normal now?
Well, Tamron, I went out to eat twice last week. And when you go to these restaurants, what they do is once you go in, they take your body temperature. They make you sanitize your hands. And then they also give you disinfection spray to spray on each other, so to make your clothes clean from the virus. And also they have free face masks in case you don't have one in hand. And then when you go in, there are also tables emptied. So there will be an empty table in between tables. Also, the staff workers, the waiters and waitresses and the kitchen staff, they all wear face masks. And when you go out, there's so much traffic now. Everyone wants to come out. It's spring season. People are enjoying the weather, but everyone has face masks on.
That is so interesting. So, okay, I love music of all kinds, and I have my own K-pop playlist actually on my phone right here. The big question is, as is the case here, when things get back to normal, how will we attend sporting events, concerts? You actually attended a K-pop concert. Tell me and tell our audience how it was different this time around.
I did not attend a K-pop concert. Physically, I was able to see a live show from here. So this SM Entertainment, they did a really clever way of streaming a live concert. It was paid. It was $29.99, and there were like 75,000 viewers from 109 countries. So what they did was they used virtual augmented reality graphics, and they did live Q&As from fans around the world. And I think it turns out that it's good for the entertainment industry already suffering from these depressing times.